So we're making Easter bread.
Oh my God, I can't put up with this for 4 hours.
With Mom. And she already can't put up with this for 4 hours, but she said that she's bloomed the yeast. So how did you do that?
4
4
and a half of this.
yeast.
Active
4.5
dry.
tablespoons or teaspoons?
I
Tablespoons?
used 4 of these and 1 of them.
4 of these and 1 of them?
4 teaspoons and 1/2 teaspoon
4.5 teaspoons
of this.
of yeast.
With I don't know how much water he put in there.
Let's see
Quarter
what,
cup.
and a 1/4 cup of hot water, and it's blooming. And this is where we're at.
Now he's
How much milk is it?
got a skull.
How much you want?
You putting it in the pan?
Yeah, how much milk you want?
What? Wait, I'll go look. I think
I'll
it's
look.
a cup and a half. I think.
So for milk, it's 1.5. There's a green 3/4 off to the side.
Yeah, that's half when I
The
make
half
a half
a
a
recipe.
recipe.
So 1.5 cup milk. And you said it's got to be scalding?
Yeah, scalded.
Scalded. All right.
The eggs are gotta be split. I gotta have the eggs, the yellows of the eggs.
So the eggs are got to be separated.
Yeah. She wouldn't do it for me, and that's what I wanted her to do. There is a way of doing this with your hand, I think.
Looks like you got it.
I don't even know which half I'm using.
You don't even know what half you're using, either the yellows or the whites.
I think it's the yellows, but I'm not sure.
All right. Well, let's look at the recipe. 4 yolks, room temperature.
Oh, they're cold.
They're cold. Maybe by the time the milk gets scalded, they'll be.
Ooh.
Oops.
Could have run them under warm water to help. Because you don't want to add a cold egg to scalded milk. You'll have scrambled.
I gotta find 2 good ones here to make, because I can't even split these eggs. And it was closer.
Today's recipes are for people like me who often have difficulty making decisions about dinners. Speaking of people like me, I wrote this next recipe for my friend Michelle.
Here, you can take this out of the way for me.
Thank you.
I can't say thank you every time.
I said thank you for you. Is the butter supposed to be that
I
cold?
gotta find out how to do the butter. Lisa won't help me now.
Lisa won't help you now. Let's see
All
what
right.
it says about the butter. 1 stick of butter, room temperature is what it
Oh,
says.
that's not room temperature.
There goes Lisa. She's helping now.
Your 2 options are warm water and you just set it in there. Or you can put it on defrost for a few
Yeah,
seconds.
not very long. Very,
Because you don't want it melted, it won't
you know,
freeze.
hold 1 second. Like, you put it in Gazette thing in case we messed up.
Now, this
Put it
here,
in there.
excuse me,
Because
Francis.
it has a tendency, even when
Get
you
rid of
defrost,
that.
it's too hot, so you gotta
It's
watch.
here's the yolks, right?
Yeah, this recipe says the yolks.
Open the garbage a second, Kim, Lisa. I guess we're mixing stuff in this.
The mixing bowl.
I can't, he didn't put that away. Where'd he go?
How long does the yeast need to bloom for?
Just till it blooms up a bit. It'll even bloom in the mixture. It does after. It'll still keep working
Yeah.
when it's ready.
I gotta
So the
read.
recipe says dissolve the yeast, let cool,
Dissolve yeast, let cool.
Scald the milk and add the butter, sugar, salt, and cool till lukewarm.
Butter, sugar. How much sugar?
How much sugar? Let's see. 3/4 cup of sugar.
3/4.
There's a quarter in there, so you use 3 of them.
3/4 cup of sugar.
I don't know how it got wet. Let's see if I can do this like this.
There's 1.
See, it was wet in the bottom.
2.
Stuck.
That's all right. All right, you got 3/4 cup of sugar. You're gonna add the butter.
I want to put that in the refrigerator. You want to cover it?
Yeah.
The egg whites.
Let's see, I'm done with that.
You could put the butter in the bowl with the sugar.
No, I'm just going to put it in the scalded milk.
You're gonna put the butter in the scalded milk.
Yeah.
Is there a reason that you're doing it that way?
Doesn't it say to do it?
It says dissolve the yeast, let cool, scald the milk, add butter, sugar, salt, and cool till
How
lukewarm.
much salt?
Instead of taping, Camille, why don't you just take a picture of
It's 2 teaspoons of salt. Tea.
Is that all? 2 teaspoons?
Yeah.
One,
2 teaspoons.
2. Done with that.
Okay, and the butter, the scalded milk.
And what do? Just put it. You read this. Dissolve yeast. Scald. Add butter, sugar, salt. Cool till lukewarm. Okay, so I can put this in. This and this I can put in.
Yeah, you can put the butter in.
Is it?
You could put the yeast in.
Is it scalded yet?
that.
I gotta wait. I was gonna pour that in as soon as it's scalded, and then what do I do? Stir it with one of these. There it is.
So what does scalded milk look like, Dad?
Yeah, it's like, sort of like foamy on top. Before it starts getting crusty.
Foamy on top before it starts getting crusty.
Well,
So how long does it have to? How long does it have to boil before it's scalded, Dad?
It's before boil.
Yeah, it's that long. You don't.
It's before boiling. It's
Yeah.
scalded.
You get it that high yet?
See, this is what we're learning.
You don't want to ruin it either.
You gotta put the stuff in until it's lukewarm.
Well,
Are you stirring while you're scalding at the same
no,
time?
I'm not.
Okay, just see the spatula in your hand. That's why I asked. So this is only made at Easter time, right?
Cause this is the only time I wanna go through the pain in the ass. Oh, I don't want to say that, did I?
It's all right.
I wonder when I put the flour in. Do I put the flour in that thing as soon as I get ready?
Put the flour in the bowl.
It
and you
says
add the wet
right
to
here,
it gradually.
Add slightly beaten yolks, yeast, and
I'm
flour.
waiting to put it in there.
Af- Well, that's not. You're gonna.
It's only put in there to measure.
The butter and the milk are gonna go in the bowl.
No, they're not.
Sure they are. Butter, sugar, salt, cool till
I gotta cool it. Oh, you want me to cool it in the bowl?
the butter goes in with the butter goes in with the sugar and the salt and the milk.
Doesn't even say when to put the flour in.
It does.
Oh,
Really,
it doesn't.
right here. Here, I'll show you.
You show me. Mix well with hands. Flour if necessary.
No, before that. It says before that.
What does it say up here? Half a cup of warm water. Okay.
Okay. It says Add slightly beaten yolks, yeast, and
That
flour.
goes in that pan.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Alright,
No, it doesn't.
I'm scalding. The butter goes in here.
And so does the
The
sugar.
butter and the milk are gonna go in with the sugar and the salt. So you're putting the butter in the milk.
Sticker. Here, you gotta put the sugar in too, Fran. That's gotta be dissolved.
Okay, so you're mixing it in the pan, not in the bowl.
I got the spatula right there, the good one. You're stuck with it.
All right, so
Yeah.
now everything is in the pan with the milk. Well, the butter and the sugar and the salt are in with the milk.
It's gotta cool now. Now
Right.
we're gonna do the lemon.
It's gonna cool till it's lukewarm. And then you'll add the slightly beaten yolks. Did you beat the yolks slightly?
Yeah.
You gotta slightly beat the yolks.
I want to get this. I want him to put this stuff away.
Well,
I'm
he's
not doing
he's a little
something.
busy right now.
No, I was headed to brush my teeth and change my clothes.
That never happened.
It cools by itself, I think.
Yeah, but I gotta put it in the refrigerator so we can get done. Till we get it meeting.
All right, so you
can't
can
add
put.
the eggs.
You can't egg the eggs until it says lukewarm.
What am I grinding this stuff in with the eggs?
The yellow lemon extract and zest and juice with the nutmeg and cinnamon.
I'm just gonna put.
No, it doesn't go in the egg.
It doesn't
It goes with nutmeg and cinnamon. All right, so as far as zest, is 2 teaspoons of
Don't
zest.
worry, we ain't gonna get nothing. What about 2? But
You're gonna get 2.
will you cut the tap just a very little tap so that I can close a little.
There you go.
See you leaving?
He probably wants to get dressed.
There's about 1 teaspoon.
And you have to juice the lemon.
I could do that's the juicer right there. I should have let her do it when she wanted to.
You coulda. Why'd you tell her no?
'Cause see how long I gotta wait to do it? To use it? I wanted her to do something. Do the
You wanted
egg.
it to be fresh.
No, that wasn't the reason.
Because you wanted her to separate the eggs before she did the zest? Aww.
Because I don't like to separate eggs. I thought she would like to.
Does
Yeah.
Lisa, do you like to separate eggs?
Nobody does.
I like all things bacon.
She does. She likes to separate eggs. I think that's enough zest. You don't want to get any pith.
How am I going to get any pets? They catches the pits too.
Pith.
That's good enough, huh?
It's pretty good. Now you're going to juice your lemon.
Yep.
Let's see how this goes.
See how it's catching the pits?
I do see how it's catching the pits. I don't have a juicer like that.
You don't have one?
No, I have a professional juicer you got me.
Does it catch the pits?
It catches everything. You put the skin and everything in there.
I don't know if that's enough juice or not.
Well, let's see what this recipe says.
Yeah, but it just
You're
said
also going to
the
put in
juice.
lemon extract.
I got it.
Yeah.
There's an awful lot of pits in this lemon. I should have had her do this.
Why, are you tired?
Yeah, I'm pooped. I am pooped.
You're going to be really glad when this is made, though, right?
It's got to raise for I don't know how many hours.
Well, we're only taking the video
Then
of
we
him
got to
making
put it together and then we got to raise it again.
So tell us how this works.
Well, what do you think?
I think your lemons are lemoned. Good job.
Okay.
All right.
I throw everything away that I can. Make it neat as a pin in here.
Clean it up.
All right, this and this
They're done.
are washed, and this gets thrown
Garbage.
away. What's this? Look at this, is boiling over.
Oh, the yeast has really bloomed. See it in the cup?
All right, now what do you think I put the flour and the stuff and then
So
start?
I think the flour
Doesn't
goes with add how do you know how much flour you're getting? Why don't you put the flour? It's 6.5 cups. Why don't you get 6.5 cups of flour ready
ready where? It's gonna go right in there.
into the bowl? Yeah. Why don't you put your 6.5 cups
I
of
wonder if
flour
I
in the
put
bowl?
this- better now.
You can put the lemon in the lemon juice. They all go in at the same time. I would start getting your 6.5 cups of flour in the bowl.
You gotta do something with that pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, yeah, everything else needs in the refrigerator. The milk needs and the butter needs to be to the right temperature.
You open this already?
It looks opened.
Because he just bought it not that long ago. 6.5 cups?
6.5 cups.
I always lose track.
Well, we'll
Let's see if I
count
can
together.
Throw some more stuff away. You gotta do something with that pretty soon.
Yeah, I know. Get your flour ready.
Where do I find my cup? How do you do your flour, Lisa? I'm just
Scoop it lightly.
sifted?
Scoop it lightly.
Just scoop it into the cup with
She
a
says-
spoon. So it's not packed, because you'll end up with too much flour.
All right. So you don't want to pack it. 1. Two. 3. 4. 5. 6. You need a half more.
Oh, where's the half? There.
All right, so in that flour, you can add,
We don't have to have a good flour for extra. You know what I mean? I got bad flour too.
All right, so we're at the place where if everything in the refrigerator is cooled enough, we're ready. It's got to be cooled to lukewarm. If the refrigerator stuff is cooled to lukewarm, you're ready for your next step.
How do you tell without putting your finger in it?
I don't know.
That's lukewarm.
Is it lukewarm?
I'd say.
All right, so once your work lukewarm,
Yeah.
you can add your slightly beaten egg yolks, your yeast, and your flour.
Where does this go? This go in here? This
Yeah, but
before?
it's after.
Uh.
It says cool till lukewarm, the butter and the milk,
Yeah.
and then you're
I-
gonna
if I don't
add
put that
you're gonna
in
add your
here-
slightly beaten egg yolks, yeast, and flour.
The egg yolks and the flour.
Add your slightly beaten egg yolks, yeast, and flour.
When do I don't think I like that in the wet. I think I like that in the dry. How much food coloring do I need?
Put all the dry together.
How much food coloring do I need?
How much food coloring you need doesn't say. So if you're gonna just do all the wet and all of the
I
dry,
want to put the dry in here.
so then your dry is a half a
Here's something,
teaspoon of
too.
cinnamon, a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay, so the lemon and the lemon zest went in the butter. And I'm guessing that, so
I could put the yeast somewhere. I wanted to put.
So you're gonna put the yeast in the butter, and the eggs in the butter.
I don't know if I do it this way.
It is the way to do it. Every last drip.
I don't know if I like this.
As long as he's stirring, it won't scramble.
Well, it will if it's hot.
Well, we got it to lukewarm, right?
Yeah, just put a bunch of stuff in there. Can you do that?
Yes, I can.
Get the backache here.
There,
I
sit
gotta
down
go.
before you- Come on, sit
I
down.
want some of this stuff. I don't know how much.
You're
This
gonna,
here's
he's gonna
gotta
put the
go in
yeast
too.
in it. Yep.
When?
Sit down.
I got more yeast in my hands.
Sit down.
All right, give me some recipe for the cinnamon and the stuff.
All right, so you got to get cinnamon
I got
and nutmeg.
cinnamon.
All right, so the cinnamon is a half teaspoon.
Oh well, we're gonna put more than a half a teaspoon in, aren't we, Fran?
I think you
I
follow your
always add
recipe.
more, 'cause I
How
like
much, Fran?
it. Just a little more.
So this would be
Cinnamon.
a half
You don't
teaspoon.
overpower it either. I do like
I
more.
think I missed.
That's more than a half teaspoon, no?
Look at
And
it.
then it's a full teaspoon of nutmeg.
Well, this side ain't it? A whole teaspoon of
A
nutmeg?
whole teaspoon of nutmeg.
That's rare, but
That's what makes me do a recipe.
that's what it calls for. That's what we'll do.
All right, so you're gonna put the
I
yeast
think
in
we got a
the.
boom, Lisa. What do you think?
Yeah, it gets bloomed.
Lisa,
Lisa's not looking.
look at. You think we got a boom?
Don't lose any, Fran.
Otherwise,
Please.
we would have had to go to the store.
Oh no, we got lots of it.
I know, but it goes bad.
I don't know how we're gonna taste that cinnamon. do
All
you?
right, so then you're just gonna have to add the wet to the dry and mix well with hands
And then it's done, right?
until smooth.
Yeah, that there's that.
And then
grease.
you're gonna raise the dough till double.
How many hours?
It does not say how long it takes to raise the dough to double.
Hour and a half.
I want to do that. I don't want to
Or
lose
you
any.
do that.
I want you to put everything away that you see. I think everything is done.
Bless
That's up
you.
to
Don't waste nothing.
So the raisins and stuff doesn't go in until after you're doubled?
Correct.
It didn't show anywhere.
Spread
Sure,
on an
right there.
oiled table flat and add the raisins and roll into a tube. And then raise again.
I gotta clean that pig.
I had a rag out to clean
Well, you're
it.
not there yet. You got to raise it till double
Did
first.
they call for any salt in there? I put it somewhere else, but I don't know where.
You already used the salt. You already did the salt.
I did, huh?
Yeah, I watched you.
I know I used it. I just thought it might go in here too.
All right. Now, if you need to use flour when you work this with your hands, you can.
I only want the little. I'm done with the big flour, Fran. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. I'm done with these. Oh, I didn't put any lemon.
You got to be mixing that.
extract.
What extract?
How
The
much
lemon
did-
extract?
Yeah, how much?
It does yellow lemon extract, 2 teaspoons.
You didn't even tell me, see? 2 teaspoons.
You already put it together?
Well, everything's in one bowl except for the lemon extract.
1. Well, I got enough of that. I'm done with everything, and it's in your sight, Fran.
All right. So just mix it together, and then we're going to let it set for until it's doubled in size.
Here, Fran.
We'll be back. So this is doubled in size on a heating pad for hours. How
would
long
have-
it took to double in size, right?
It's way doubled in size. That counters. You don't grease the pan that this goes in, do you, Fran? Oh, it's already got grease in it. You roll it in oil or something.
We have a lot of oil.
You're going to have a lot of oil
No, you don't want all that oil.
on the table.
I gotta wash my hands. I
All
gotta
right.
play with this.
So we talked about this earlier. This is called, not called. What I say?
When you forget about
What I say this was not called, Dad? What did I say this was not called?
I don't know what you're talking about.
This Easter bread. Not pantalone. What'd I say it was
Just put
not?
A drop of oil on the table.
What did I say it was not? You said nobody ever has this recipe.
Well, I've never seen it anywhere. It's just, it's your grandmother's. I don't know where she got it.
Ooh. Missed that. Look at that, how nice and clean that came out.
Because he greased the pan very good.
I don't know if I need all that.
All right, so now you're greasing the table,
No wonder I couldn't finish.
spreading out this
You-
bread.
Are you not freezing? It's cold.
Let's see how much she spreads it out.
I don't remember how to do this, you know.
I can
haven't
smell
made-
it.
I haven't made. Look at it. I think the cinnamon's gonna be all in one place. Where's this?
So it's
I
about
hope you opened this up.
about a ½ inch to an inch thick.
It doesn't really.
Doesn't
you
really.
opened it.
You gotta, yeah, oh, I took the plastic off of the outer one, but not that one.
So how many raisins are you adding?
Good question.
A lot.
As much as I could get in there without ruining it. These here.
Do you ever use sometimes brown raisins and golden raisins?
What difference does it make?
Their color are different.
These here raisins are awful little. They're not very perky, are they?
See what you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing, do I, Fran?
All right. So after you get the raisins on, you gotta roll it, and then you gotta let it double in size again.
Yeah. I don't know if it's gotta be double. It's gotta raise.
So it's twice raised, and she's using all the raisins. They're on really thick too.
Well, you gotta try to get it on the edges, because it's no good if it ain't.
So all the way to the edge.
What, have you been sleeping there, Fran?
So what makes this different than any other recipe you've ever seen before, Dad?
Because it's not real sweet. It's lemony. And it don't taste a lot like a dessert. More like a bread.
Oh, that's what it is, isn't it? Easter bread?
It is.
All right, let's see if we can figure this out. I didn't put the whole thing in.
There's still a lot. All the way to the end, right?
Do I need help here,
Yeah,
Fran?
that's where you need help to get it on that thing.
So she's rolling, rolling, rolling. He's coming to help. I don't know if she went all the way to the end or not with the raisins, but she's close.
I don't like the way this looks.
I think it's going to make a pretty top for you.
I'm putting a little oil in this. Ugh. Are you ready?
You gotta pinch that up in there.
No, I don't.
He says to pinch it up a little bit.
This is oily.
So?
I don't want that on
So it's
there
going to
on
go
the
into
bottom.
a bundt pan. Nothing got pinched.
You got this. You get this.
He's gonna.
It definitely takes two people.
It's got to turn or something, Fran.
But it's going to double in size again.
Maybe. Okay.
In and double in size. So what are you doing now? You're just closing it up?
Well, it's all on one side, can't you see?
Nope.
Usually does that anyway.
And that's it. After you double in size, then you bake it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a trick to letting it cool?
As soon as it falls out of the pan, you eat it. I do. Not really.
All right. Is there anything
How
else you
long
want
do
to
you
add?
bake it for, and at what temperature?
Is there anything else you want to add to this conversation?
You gotta have the temperature? No.
How long do you bake it for, and
I
at what
gotta find a way to clean my
All right.
hands.
Let me look at this recipe one more time. Bake at 350 for 65 minutes. Cover in foil so not to burn the top.
That's near.
So you'll only cover it in foil at the very end, right?
You test it with a stick, don't you?
Test it with a toothpick?
Well, toothpick won't do it. They always believe you take
Part of a broom.
Take a dirty part of the broom.
All right. And if it comes out with nothing on it, it's done.
Put the thermostat, and then when it reaches 200, you know it's done.
Somebody uses a thermostat over here. All right. Thermometer. All right. Off to raise again. Back onto the heating pad to raise this time still.
I guess.
All right. See you later.
I dropped.
So the trick to this is when it's done cooking, you gotta put it
Upside down.
upside down on the bottle until it cools. Then when you pop it out, put a little butter on the top
You
for
ready?
some color. We are ready. Let's see what happens here.
I'm dying to see if it come
You're
out.
dying to see. There's one slice she made. Let's see.
I don't know.
You're not sure?
Look at it, ain't even shiny, and I tried to shine it.
You're gonna show us what that slice looks like?
Yep, if you let me. I don't know if I got all the way
Plates
through.
in there. You're doing all the work.
All right. See if you can get all the way through.
I can't with that thing on the bottom.
What do you want it on? You have a board? No.
Just let her do it.
There, that went through. What the heck?
Actually, Hey, the bread's hot.
All right, are you gonna show us the slice so I can turn this video off? Let's see.
I'm looking for the better side, but I ain't gonna get a better side.
And there you go. Are you happy with it?
I'll let you know when I taste it.
All right. That's Easter bread.